We're the speech therapy team from Aneurin Bevan University Health Board. There's my colleague Delyth Dando, who you'll be hearing from later. Myself, I'm Salianne Newman, and our colleague Lydia Gunn has also been instrumental in putting together this presentation. So, effective virtual work. Can we live without it? We were fortunate that our department was forward-thinking, so we've been given training from Tech Cymru and the Aneurin Bevan University Health Board Attend Anywhere team. Then we had the tech set up before COVID arrived. So when the pandemic hit, we moved on quickly. We consulted our CSLT documents for best practice, and we liaised with other speech and language therapy services who already had experience of video call therapy. Then we moved online wherever possible to keep services running for our clients. We've transformed. We're being responsive and flexible, moving forward by using virtual platforms that allow us to record and feedback. The team has created resources to use in virtual sessions, training videos and YouTube videos are being made for clients and those around them. And we're working across digital platforms and in various patient pathways. In our overview of performance data, we can show that we've moved on quickly. Tech Cymru tell us that at week 18 of using Attend Anywhere, speech and language therapy in Aneurin Bevan University Health Board were leading the way in digital contact volumes. In 4 months, we've moved on from conducting under 100 virtual appointments to conducting almost 800 contacts. The second graph shows that we've been working with a range of clients across various ages. We've been offering evidence-based interventions, such as early speech interventions, therapy for cleft lip and palate, dysfluency work, voice work in dysphonia, voice work for transgender clients, therapy for those with dysarthria, and interventions for those with dysphasia.
Thank you, Salianne. So a further graph, as you can see on the right-hand side, this is information from Tech Cymru on our Attend Anywhere appointments, and 81% of users said that the service was excellent or very good. We've also got some qualitative feedback from service users, stakeholders, and from staff. So as an example, one of our service users said, "Way to go, I hope more consultations happen this way." And then another SurveyMonkey graph on the right-hand side. This demonstrates that 84% of our video calls prevent the need for a face-to-face appointment. And on the left-hand side, we've got our therapy outcome measures. This is a measure that we use in speech and language therapy because it's a practical and reliable tool to measure outcomes over time. And as you can see in these 4 domains, at least 60% improvement in each of those. This is the information pre-COVID, so we do want to make sure that we can measure our TOMS outcomes on our video calls as well, and we're excited to see what those results are. And our service needs to be value-based, so it's not only about patient outcomes, but also about reduced costs, e.g. we're expecting that travel costs have been reduced for staff during this time. And then challenges. So there are challenges. One of those is digital poverty. We are aware that up to 15% of our caseload in some areas have not been able to access our virtual technology. It's whether they haven't got the equipment, whether they haven't got Wi-Fi or data, but also do people have the skills and confidence they need to use virtual technology. And then future plans. So this is still a really exciting stage for us in speech and language therapy. We want to continue with our transformational change of our service, but at the moment we feel that really it's been the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more that we can develop in this area of expertise to provide an amazing service for our clients. We can look at considering a 6-day service or extended working days. We can look at different IT platforms. We are aware that there's green screen available on Zoom, so we'd be so excited we'd be able to use that, because this just looks so magical for children. They would love it as part of therapy. And if you haven't seen it, I would advise you to have a look. Looking at increased group working. So already we've delivered Hanan, which is a worldwide evidence-based programme for early language intervention. And we've also delivered disfluency groups for children. And then for adults, we've delivered communication groups. And in the future, or imminently, we are planning training for aphasia for adults and voice. And then more long term, we want to develop further groups along all the clinical pathways. We want to investigate funding re digital poverty, so maybe we'll be able to link in with schools to provide that service for families, and also looking at our outcome data. So as I mentioned earlier, we're keen to look at the TOMS data on our virtual calls to compare with our previous face-to-face appointments, and also looking at our digital stories that we can get from users. And then to answer the original question, effective virtual work, can we live without it? Well, no, and in speech and language therapy in Aneurin Bevan, we certainly don't want to live without it. We want to continue on our path of transformational change using a blended approach, which means that we can offer face-to-face or virtual calls depending on need. We want to continue to be innovative while focusing on a value-based service. Thank you very much from Speech and Language Therapy in Aneurin Bevan University Health Board.